Hi, my name's Amanda. I am a coach and a trance channel, and welcome to another episode of Meet the Archangels, where every single week I trance channel one of the archangels and give them a chance to introduce themselves to you. This week you're going to be hearing from Archangel Raguel. If this is the type of content that you like, please stick around and click subscribe because there are so many archangels that want to meet you and you're not going to want to miss it. If you really enjoy these trans-channeled messages, I have a monthly event called the Expansion Experience, where once a month I ask the archangels and ascended masters who wants to come forward to bring forward a message for the group. And they let me know who it's going to be that I'm trans-channeling and what the topic is going to be and what the message is going to be about. And I trans-channel a message for the group. And then after that, I invite everybody forward who wants to an opportunity to have a one-on-one with them and to ask them any personal or life questions, anything that they're feeling challenged by or struggling with in their life, and you will get one-on-one personalized coaching from whoever it is that I happen to be channeling that day. And so if this is something that you want to keep up to date with on when the next event is going to be and who I'm going to be trans channeling and what the topic is going to be, please head to my website, amandalaurenblau.com, and you can enter your email address to be put on a list to be notified every single month when I hold these events. The next one, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing November 19th on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So please put your email address in so that you're the first one to know every single month when I hold these events and get all of the information straight to your inbox.
Hello, dear ones. I am so happy to be invited forward today to share my message with all of you. I believe that you will come away from this opportunity to meet me with newfound appreciation and respect for not only your life on this planet, but what your soul has been through in its evolutionary process to get here. Because from your vantage point, all you know is what you have experienced in this one life. But there is so much more history there that you just do not recall, but you feel it. It lives inside of you energetically. And sometimes the memories that are buried deep inside of your unconscious awareness dictate how you feel, how you see the world, how you operate inside of it. And this is what I would like to speak to you about today. For it is partially my job to oversee the soul's history through lifetimes upon lifetimes and keep track of where you've been, what you know, and what you desire moving forward. And it is through this awareness that I can help guide you through your current iteration and offer you a fresh perspective on how to make the most of it. Your purpose in coming here is to experience you through a new vantage point. And I know this sounds simple, but can it be simple? Can it be as simple as this? You have never been this version of you. And quite frankly, that is very appealing to you on the soul level. And you might look in the mirror and say, why? Why would this be appealing to me? What do I have to offer? What makes me so special? And my child, what makes you special is the very essence of who and what you are. Not what you do, not what you say, not what you accomplish, not what you can show for to others, but the very essence of your being is what makes you unique, because you, in this variation of you, you have never existed before. And to that, your soul is very intrigued. And the reason why your soul chose you, this version of you, this lifetime and these experiences, is because it offered you something on a soul level. You were seeking to understand yourself a little bit better through a specific lens and frame of reference and perspective. And the reason for this is because you have never experienced it before. You have never experienced what you are hoping to experience in this lifetime through very specific circumstances. And the choices available to you in this lifetime have never been available to you before as this version of you. And therefore, your soul wanted to see, what would I do in this circumstance? What choice would I make if these variables were available to me and existed through me? It is like you are playing a video game of life, and you are being given options and opportunities to make choices. And each choice leads to a different destination or outcome. And this is very exciting because you get to choose your own adventure in the process. And this is exactly what your soul is experiencing through you. A lifetime of choices and newness and experiences that are only available to you as you. And I felt that it was important for me to bring forward this message to you today so that you can understand, one, the purpose of your being here and what makes you, just as you are, so important. But also so that I can bring forward a message of understanding of your process and understanding of how I may help guide you through it. I recognize that because you cannot hold this higher level of awareness around why you are really here at the top of your mind at all times, you tend to get carried away with the human of it all. And everything becomes very important to you. Every choice, every outcome, you weigh it so carefully. And I understand this, and this is part of why you are here, is to experience, dare I say, the fear associated with being here. And there is nothing wrong with the fear associated in being here. It is part of what you as a soul were searching for. But perhaps I can be of assistance in this matter, because sometimes it is the fear that you feel within these choices that you have before you that guide you along the path that is not entirely in alignment with what you deeply desire for yourself. Because it is the fear that lies on the other side of this choice. What may come to pass as a result of your own actions that creates a lot of misunderstandings around what is truly available to you, not in choosing, but in having choice. The ability to have choice is what you're seeking most in your time here. This simple availability of options offers a vast number of opportunities to you. And this can be so exciting if you choose to see it this way. Which door should I open? Not because what lies on the other side is the safest choice for me, but because what lies on the other side inspires me, intrigues me, and is something that I have never experienced before. And I understand that sometimes making the choice that is unknown to you can feel very apprehensive. And this is where I would like to come in to help guide you, because it is not the choice that you fear most, it is the availability behind it that you do. What will this choice mean about me in the future? Will I be proud of myself for having made this choice? Or will I regret having made it in the first place? It is the belief systems that you hold around what this choice means about you and how your future self may look back at your present self with either pride or shame that keeps you from making the choices that sometimes deeply call to you. These two parts of you, the part of you that so desperately desires to feel love from you, and the part of you that so desperately desires to let go of that need, are sometimes at war with one another. And this makes choosing challenging. And the idea of choice scary. But now you see that it is not the choices that you fear. It is your own judgment that you do. And the more choices that are available to you means the more likelihood of judgment. And this is where you come to me and you say, Archangel Raguel, which is the best choice for me? And I say to you, what do you desire most? And this is where the conflict inside of you begins. Because there is something that calls to you and you can feel it and you can sense it and desire it so deeply. But there's also this other part of you that fears it. Because you do not fully trust that the choice that you make towards this desire will lead to an outcome that is favorable for you. And this is where the misunderstanding truly begins, my love, because there is no outcome that is more favorable to you than the outcome based on the choice that brings you joy. It is not the outcome that dictates how you feel about you. It is the choice that you make that does. Because if you are constantly choosing based on a feeling that you do not want to give yourself, which is unconditional acceptance, out of fear that it was not earned, this is where you stop yourself and hold back from the gift that your soul gave you in this lifetime. Choices, opportunities, and outcomes. And this is what I would like to show you today, is that when you call upon me, it is not my job to dictate which choice is best for you. It is my job to show you that the best choice for you is the one that calls to you most. And if by happenstance the outcome of that choice was not what you had in mind, perhaps it is exactly what you desired on a different frame of frequency. Because there is the choice that you logically desire for yourself from the human perspective, because you believe that it will offer you an experience of value. And you become so attached to this specific outcome that you cannot see how a different one may offer the same experience through a different lens and perspective. And so it is not the outcome of the choice that you make that dictates your reality, my love. It is your interpretation of it that does. And when you can see the world through this lens, then you can see that there is no wrong choice. There is only the illusion of it. And if you can anchor into the knowing that this is just one opportunity of so many more that you have to make choices that call to you, then each choice that you make holds less weight. And you depend on it less and less to provide you with the experience that you desire, that of love and affection. And you see that that experience is already available to you, regardless of what choice you make or do not make. Love and affection is not available to you on the other side of a choice, other than the choice of opening up to it now or not. This in and of itself is a choice that you are making every minute of every day. Do I choose love in this moment? Or do I choose something entirely different? And when love is a choice that you make on a continual basis, and you allow yourself to choose it over and over and over again, regardless of your circumstances changing, then you see that it does not matter which door you choose, because any outcome cannot take the love and affection that you already feel away from you. And then a whole world of possibility opens. Because regardless of which door you open, there is no longer the fear of what others may think of you or what you may think of yourself. Because the love and affection that you have been withholding up until now is already there. And you are already experiencing it. And therefore, it doesn't matter what the outcome is of the choice that you make. It cannot be taken away from you. One more thing I would like to add to this, my loves. On top of the gift of choice that you have been given in this lifetime is also the gift of love. Because remembering what you are as you are beginning to do, if you are paying attention, is already there. It is the essence of what you are. And when you can fully recognize this, then you see that it is not earned through the choices that you make. It is felt through the being that you are. And the choices that you make are not there in order to grant it to you. They are there in order to express it through you. And this is the true meaning of what I would like to impart to you today, is the way in which you express that of what you are that matters most. And this will look different depending on the door that you open. But at the end of the day, this is what you're hoping to experience in this lifetime, is the expression of you and the love that you are through many different circumstances. And if you open a door that leads to an outcome that was undesirable for you, and for one moment in time you forget the love that is already available to you, then you are being given the gift of remembering again. And sometimes this will be required over and over and over again until you no longer forget that of what you are. And that is simply the process of reincarnation. And now you see the true meaning of your existence here. Expression of the love that you are through different circumstances. And forgetting in order to remember. And then upon remembering, demonstrating that to those around you in the process. And like a ripple effect, this creates momentum throughout the entire planet. And isn't that what we all want at this time? Is to feel more love for one another. Well, my child, it begins within you. Remembering the love that you are and choosing it over and over and over again, regardless of your circumstances, and then extending that to those around you. Call upon me when you need a reminder of this truth, and I will be sure to help you recognize it in time. Thank you so much for this opportunity to meet you and lead you and guide you. I am sending you much more love. Goodbye.